Welcome back to ACA, guys. Today we've got Dale Benkenstein and Luc Benkenstein, two generations of professional cricketers with me. Firstly, thank you for coming back. Luc, Dale, welcome to ACA. How have you guys found it?
Yeah, I mean, it's my first time, so I think Luc's been in a few times. Fantastic facility. Really enjoyed, the coaching session that we've done, and just amazed to see what facility you have got here for the public ready to use, and it's great for cricket and great for the area, really.
Luc, how did you?
Yeah, awesome to be back. Obviously, probably the best facility I've been to in the Essex area. Awesome to see how many young keen cricketers are around and coming in, trying to work on their game. Kids we've got coming through in Essex, and yeah, just awesome to give back to the community. This is obviously where it all starts, so to have you guys running this with John at the forefront is awesome to see, and will hold Essex County cricket in good stead going forward.
So you two having a generation of cricketers, your father as well, your brother played professional cricket, your younger brother on the Essex Academy as well. Is there that thing in your family that everyone just wants to be cricketers? How did it work? How did you push Luc into playing?
Far too much cricket in our family at the moment. There's no real let up. I mean, Luc can probably answer that, but I do feel it is something that does happen in cricketing families because it is such a long game. You have got your weekends where you spend either on the side of a club cricket field, or for us it was mostly for Luc, I suppose, a first class cricket field. But it's not the bad way to grow up. But I think you get that, you sort of get that taste from the environment you're in all the time, and then obviously they either like it or they hate it, I suppose.
And for you, Luc, did you look up to your dad's career? Like, especially, I know moving from South Africa to England, your dad also played county cricket as an overseas. What was it for you, like when you first moved to, I think it was Hampshire and then Essex?
I think ever since I can remember, cricket's kind of all I've known, really. There's never been a want or need to try and push me, really, from my dad's side. I think he's just been there to aid me on the journey. He's made the mistakes already and has the experience, so that's been very helpful. But I wouldn't say there's been a heavy amount of pushing to push me in this direction. But I think you see it quite a lot in the modern game with families, as he's mentioned, especially from Durham. Obviously now you see Mitch Killeen, Hayden Mustard, Charlie Harmison. Quite a lot of the sons from that Durham team have taken up cricket. So I think it might just be us growing up around a winning Durham team, and that was quite awesome for us to see, and pushed us to want to do what our dads have done.
It's really good to hear as well, and I think it helps you as well with the support you've probably gotten from your dad and like learning. For you, Dale, I know your dad also played international cricket, I believe, for Zimbabwe back then. Was that a big factor as well, which got you going?
Yeah, I think, as I said, it just sort of runs in the family. We grew up, I had two older brothers as well, and they were twins. They were 3 years older than me, so I was always up against it. These two guys bowling at me, getting me out all the time, and me having to bowl to them, never getting them out. I think it gives you a bit of resilience and toughness, just how your family is set up. But definitely, we were a sporting family, and you mentioned me a lot with Luc, but Luc's mom, my wife, was an international hockey player, and I was always on the field, so I think she was the one actually throwing to Luc when he was little.
Yeah, fair enough.
And she takes all the praise, by the way, anyway, of whatever Luc does. So it's not just the dads. So I think the moms play a huge role in their development, I suppose, and whatever they end up doing. But yeah, definitely, once you're in that environment, I think it is a really healthy environment. Cricket's it's a great game. The club environment as well is fantastic for families. So you tend to find families do want to stay with the game. Yeah.
Moving on, Luc, to you more. I know cricket's changed a lot and the evolution of white ball cricket. Would you still speak to your dad, get mentorship, especially with like the upcoming T20 leagues you've played around the world?
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously the fundamentals of the game don't really change. Obviously there's advancements in how far guys are hitting the ball and how fast guys are bowling, and like the fielding, it's become a bit more of like a superstars kind of sport, the T20 game, a bit more like the NBA or the American sports. But I think, I still think growing up, I wanted to play Test cricket. So I think, his advice has been very valuable for me, and I try and carry that into the white ball game as much as I can. I think a rare thing in the next few years will be those guys who play all 3 formats internationally. So I think that should be the goal of every single youngster who is coming through at the moment.
Ooh, and to be that all 3 format cricketer, Dale, this question is more for you. What do you think a youngster needs to learn now as his basics? Does it change from what it was before?
Yeah, I think there was a very big sort of emphasis on your defence early on, and I still think there is a huge role for defence, because I think that is the foundation of every shot. The position you get into for a forward defensive and a backward defensive, are the balance and the shift of your weight and the picking of the length. All those things are really important for just your base. But I do think now there's definitely an avenue where learning how to hit the ball first is a real natural talent. And I also think fielding. You generally see the great players are very good in the field as well. So there's your natural talent. So I think just allowing kids, especially at a young age, to play a lot of different sports, I think allows them to develop all that natural talent. And then from a cricket point of view, I would never neglect the defence and that base that you have when it comes to what defensive positions you get into. But I do think now there's definitely an avenue to give kids a bit of fun and see who can actually hit the ball. What natural talent, just hand-eye coordination have they got. And I think that the combination of the two is what you want to bring someone up with, not just the one or just the other. And I would say in the past it was probably 90% the defense, and then no one knew how to hit the ball.
Yeah.
And that changes the way you lift your bat and all those things. And now I would say there can be a situation where now everyone just wants to hit the ball, and then they forget about actually you do need a defense at times as well.
So Dale, 25,000 first-class runs, captained your nation, won a Champions Trophy. Luc, does that actually inspire you to achieve that, or does it almost put a little bit of pressure?
No, I think obviously it's the career speaks for itself. So I think trying to do that is a great benchmark for me. I think obviously the way the world's going, would prefer to play a bit more white ball cricket. But I think the main goal for me is just having more first class wickets than my dad. I don't ever hear the end of that. So I think the fact that he's got 100, I don't think I can try and break anything more than that. So I'm going to be hearing that till I get past that, hopefully. So, but no, yeah, obviously an awesome career, and yeah, I'd be very happy with those numbers myself.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm going to just conclude on one question here, and it's open to both of you. Who's a better cricketer in their prime?
Probably Martin Benkenstein.
My dad.
Fair enough, we'll take it. At least it's not Jack. But hey, thank you guys for coming back to the channel, and hopefully we will see both of these gentlemen again, and maybe the other one as well, Jack, hopefully, with left arm tweakers. But yeah, thank you guys.